If you're confused over which diet to follow so that you can feel great, and if you're feeling run down and you're feeling like brain foggy and you're just stuck with all the extra weight and the strange symptoms that won't go away, I want you to know that this video is for you. I'm Dorinda Smith. I'm a medical scientist and I'm also a whistleblower. And what I do is I bring the new science of precision healthcare and faith together. And I'm doing this so that we can cut through the confusion of all the noise and all the health gurus out there on the internet and give you the easy plans that you need so that you can reverse your symptoms. You can be healthier than you've ever been before. And you can really, truly feel amazing every day, just like I do. And of course, the main goal is so that you can fulfill the purpose that God created you for in life without your health limitations. So today I am sharing with you how the diet that you think is healthy might actually be making you sick. And so according to the newest scientific studies, most people are making critical nutrition mistakes and lifestyle mistakes. And they're doing this out of pure ignorance of the new science that we have available today. And right now, you're probably creating your own exhaustion, your brain fog, your mood swings, your aches and pains, the autoimmune disease, the cancer, all this craziness. Yeah, you're probably creating it. And so today, I'm going to remove that ignorance from you. Today, you're no longer going to be one of those persons that's making those critical mistakes with your nutrition and your lifestyle practices anymore. And I'm going to give you 3 crucial but very easy shifts that you can make, shifts that most people don't even know about. And don't get me started, okay? Certainly your doctor is not telling you about the latest science and the things that you can absolutely do to reverse your symptoms and to feel amazingly better. So stick with me, because by the end of this short video today, you're going to understand 3 important things. First, you're going to understand exactly why what you've been taught about health and nutrition from all the internet gurus is probably missing the mark for you. And that's why you're still not getting the results that you need. But we're going to change that for you today. Okay. And number 2, I'm going to teach you why the science of precision healthcare is the real game changer that you've been waiting for. This is your solution. This is the promise that we need to change our lives and to heal our chronic diseases once and for all. We really can do this. This is not a pipe dream. I've done it. Thousands of my clients have done it. This is real, folks. So stick with me here. Number 3 is I'm going to teach you how to design the perfect diet and lifestyle plan for you without the guesswork, without the confusion. And so what I want to do for you is I want to help you to remove those nutrition mistakes that you're making right now that are actually causing your sickness. So I know that these things work. Okay. These are brand new scientific breakthroughs in precision nutrition, precision healthcare that will change your life faster and easier than you ever thought possible. And I know that this is true because I've done it and thousands of our clients have done it. And I know that you can do this too. You just need to know how to do it. And so this brand new science is something that you must hear today if you truly care about your health. So let's go ahead. Let's dive in and get busy. All right. So here's the truth that most doctors and internet gurus won't tell you. You ready? And you already know the answer to this question, right? This one-size-fits-all diet thing, it does not work for everyone. So let's just be honest about this. Sure, okay? If you're following a keto diet or a carnivore diet or a plant-based diet or a Mediterranean diet, any of these more anti-inflammatory whole food diets, they definitely are much better diet choices than all the junk that we have in the grocery store, okay? And so this is why people will feel definitely better when they switch over to some of these more anti-inflammatory diets, okay? But here's the problem, and this is why you're still feeling the symptoms that you do, and you're still stuck on the big pharma that you're stuck on. These diets are not perfectly designed for you. They are not perfect for your particular genetics. They don't take into account what your particular cells are missing right now. They don't know the specific toxins that are blocking your cells from doing their job. Okay. And this just makes sense when I say that, right? There really are no one size fits all diet plans, one size fits all exercise plans, one size fits all lifestyle plans. There are no such things as these. And what it really takes, and what the science has proven to us now, is that we need to do this in a precision way. We need to do this in a way that is precise, that we know exactly what's going on within this one particular person. And then we can make your diet and your exercise and your lifestyle plans and everything that you need fit to you and your needs right now. And we can adjust those things as your life changes. This just makes sense, doesn't it? And so when I'm talking about designing a diet and a lifestyle plan for your genetics or for your particular cellular needs or for the toxins that you currently have in your body, these are the root causes of pretty much all the chronic disease that we're seeing right now. And that's the point that I want to get across to you. This is why a lot of these anti-inflammatory diets will help to an extent because they are bringing down some of your inflammation. And it's the inflammation that's really causing your chronic illness right now. Okay. However, as you can see from what I've explained to you so far, it just makes perfect sense that this is why the one size fits all diet or the one size fits all exercise thing or the one size fits all whatever, it just doesn't work. It just misses the mark big time. And that's why you still have your symptoms. That's why Big Pharma can still continue to sell you all of their medications that they tell you you will need for life. Okay, that's just bunk. That's no longer scientifically true. Okay. And this is happening even though you're trying to do the healthy thing. You're trying to eat the healthy diet. You're trying to eat clean. So this is not your fault. You are not broken. It's just that you're following a plan that was never designed for your unique body. But the science is very clear now. The chronic fatigue, the brain fog, the pains, the stubborn weight, the mood and the hormonal changes, the infertility that we're seeing in our young people, the anxiety and the depression that's rampant out of control, the thyroid disease, the diabetes, all these strange autoimmune diseases and symptoms and the heart disease and okay? These are all signs that your body's needs are not being met. And you are overexposed to toxins that your body was never designed to tolerate. Things like addictive food additives and chemicals and pesticides and herbicides and microplastics and mold mycotoxins and on and on and on. Okay. These toxins are destroying your health. They are destroying your gut microbiome and they are blocking your ability to digest and absorb your nutrients, even if you are that perfect person who's trying to do everything just right according to your latest carnivore guru or according to your latest plant-based guru, okay? But it's not perfect for you, and that's why you still feel like crap, okay? So I know that this is a truth bomb that you didn't necessarily want to hear today, but it is the scientific truth according to the newest, latest science. And that's why God put me on this earth to give you the truth so that you can hear it loud and clear. As an immunotoxicologist, as a medical scientist, and as a whistleblower, I am here to tell you this straight up. Your immune system is pissed off and it's fighting a battle against all of these different toxins. And at the same time, it just doesn't have all the exact nutritional weapons that it needs in order to heal you. And that's why you're losing this battle for your health. And sadly, you're losing this battle for your health slowly out of ignorance of the new science that we absolutely do have available today. And here's the good news. Number one, that we do have the science. And number two, that we know what these root causes are now. We know that these things are absolutely fixable. And look, they're easily fixable, okay? You really can do this, and I'm going to show you how to do it today. If you don't learn the new science and you don't learn everything that precision healthcare has to offer us today, then let me just say this in the immortal words of Barney Fife. Well, that's just stupid. Because it is. Look, my mission is to teach you how to correct this issue. We're going to use precision nutrition, precision healthcare once and for all, so that you can move forward living your very best life, your happiest life, the life that God designed you to live without these health limitations. Okay. And so I want to teach you that precision healthcare, it's a science-based, it's extremely personalized. It's as personalized as we know how to get. And it's rooted in understanding your exact genetics, your exact cellular needs, your exact toxic overload. And it even takes into account things like your environmental factors, like what are your lifestyle practices like? What are your personal emotional traumas? Right? What is your mindset like? It even takes into account all of these things because we have learned scientifically that all of these things play a role in your level of inflammation. And as a scientist, I'm here to teach you that the lower your inflammation comes by doing these things, by doing this work. But conversely, the lower your inflammation comes, the better you will feel, the less cellular damage you will have, and your symptoms will start reversing and getting better and better and better. So precision healthcare is not just another trendy diet or a plan or another just generic elimination diet. This is a targeted scientific approach to give your body exactly what it needs. Not my body, not someone else's body, your body. Giving it exactly what it needs, and then also knowing how to take out what is blocking your healing. And of course, that boils down to the toxins and the bad lifestyle practices and, bad foods and things like that. Okay. And we can do this now scientifically, specifically, and with pinpoint precision. All right, so I'm just going to get a little geeky on you for a minute. They don't call me the autoimmune geek for nothing. Do you guys remember those Star Trek episodes where Dr. Crusher, and she uses a tricorder and she, up and down a person's body. And what's happening is she's trying to determine exactly what's wrong at the cellular and the genetic level in the person's body. And we think, wow, science fiction. Wow, that's so amazing. Don't you wish we could do that? Well, guess what? We kind of can on a really cool level. Okay. The precision testing scientifically that we have available to us today is really kind of like that. Only it's not quite as fast as, doctor. That expensive medical insurance that you pay for doesn't cover this. And that's wrong. And it really, really makes me angry. And, okay, thank God that we do have the Make America Healthy Again movement happening. And they are going to start to tackle some of these problems about the science and how it should be, integrated into the way your doctor is practicing. And of course, the science should be integrated in a way that the testing is being paid for by your insurance. Okay, but we're not there yet. We are not there yet. Okay. And it could take years to remove the corruption that big pharma, big food, big ag, big insurance has created in the medical establishments. And you do not have time to wait. Your chronic inflammation is flaring now. Your symptoms are limiting you now. You were created by God to be a leader in this world and to go out and kick butt and take names and live the life that God created you for. And you can't do it if you're being limited by health issues that your doctor tells you, well, too bad, so sad, just take your big pharma and there's nothing else you can do. Oh, that really makes me angry because I am that person who has healed 7 autoimmune diseases and 15 years of disability using precision healthcare. And thousands of our clients have done it too. So this kind of thing, when people are still being told that they are stuck with whatever diagnosis the doctor wants to give you, I could go on and on about that, but I won't because I want to keep this short for you. All right. But that's why I'm a medical whistleblower, so that we can help you to get the truth of the science into your hands and do everything that you need to do to fix your health. So does all of this make sense to you? Am I tracking with you today? Right? Does this make sense? Right? Taking a foundational step to learn your own genetics and to learn all the different ways that you can take control of the way your genes express is huge. And thank God, this is not a hard thing to do. Okay. And it is. It's really time to take full control over your health. You need to take back your power into your own hands, right? And really, that's the only way you're going to get better. You know that. You know that. You know that your doctor's not going to make you better with that pill. Okay. You're going to have to take some action here. You're going to have to take your health into your own hands and use the latest science, right? Do something different. Do something that actually works for other people, right? It's time to get your genetic testing done. And the good news is that it's not only affordable, but it really does have the power to change your symptoms now and prevent future severe health issues. Okay. And so, please don't fall victim to this whole, I see lots of, people making comments on social media and, oh, well, it's just too expensive or it's only for rich people. Okay. That's just a big fat lie. It really is. And, the way I see things from a spiritual perspective, I think, yeah, that's just a big fat lie keeping you from living the life that God created you for. Because it's not expensive. And if you can afford to drink your Starbucks, if you can afford to go out, to restaurant meals that are nothing but junk food, okay, if you can afford to do these things, you can certainly afford to take your health into your own hands and get your genetic testing done so that you can make powerful, positive changes that make you feel absolutely fantastic every single day. And I also want to tell you that if you've had those, some of those old school genetic tests like the 23andMe and, or, Gary Brecka's methylation panel or any of these other, cheap internet genetic testing things that are available, I just want to tell you the truth. The science has changed and these tests simply aren't enough to give you the information you need to absolutely take charge and change your health. And so at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a very easy way to get your genetics testing done, get that perfect diet and lifestyle plan for you. All right. So hang tight. I'm going to get there real soon. All right. So step 2 of getting your health back. So step 1, got to get your testing done. You have to know your genetics. Step 2 is you got to actually get in there and you got to follow a good, healthy plan based on your genetics. Okay. God gave you the cards and that's your genes. Now you got to play your cards and you got to play your cards right. Because if you don't play your cards right, you're going to be sick. And that's why you're sick right now, right? Because A, you didn't know your genes, and B, you didn't know you didn't even know what your cards were. How could you play them properly, right? And this is not your fault. We didn't know this, right? It wasn't my fault that I got sick with 7 autoimmune diseases, was sick for so long. It wasn't my fault. We didn't know what we didn't know. But now we know what we know. And now it's time to take responsibility and actually feed our bodies and take care of our bodies the way God wants us to, the way He designed our bodies to work. So that way we can feel great. We can accomplish the purpose that God put us on this earth to do. We can take good care of ourselves. We can feel that energy and that motivation and that positivity every single day, right? So let me just remind you again, when you know your personal specific genetic needs, when you know your cellular and your metabolic needs, and when you do this with a precision healthcare practitioner who understands the new science, then you can get that diet and that lifestyle plan that totally fuels your energy, that totally fuels your brain power, that helps you to have the immune resilience that you absolutely must have nowadays. And I know we all hear about all the scary diseases that are coming down the pike, the disease X and the new COVID and the this and, the bird flu and all of that. All right. But look, if you are taking the best care of your body according to the cards that God gave you, okay, according to your own personal genetics and your own personal cellular needs, and you've got a daily practice where you're not being exposed to all those toxins anymore and you are removing them, you really don't have to worry about things like disease X and COVID and bird flu and all this craziness, right? And also, you don't have to worry as much about things like cancer and arthritis and Alzheimer's disease and all of that. Because if you're doing everything you can, according to the latest science, to take good care of your body and you're being a good steward of your body, then there you go. You have just reduced your chances of living a sick life as you age, and you've increased your chances of living a happy, healthy, positive, productive life as you age. And that's why I'm still sitting in front of you today to tell you that this absolutely is possible. I've done it. Okay. I want you to be 100% in control, right? And when those results start happening because you're actually following your genetic blueprint, You're actually looking at what your cells need. You're actually removing some of those toxins out of your life. You're going to be hooked, just like I was. You're going to become like a little evangelist for precision healthcare and for the latest science, right? Because your energy and your motivation will come back. Your weight is going to balance. Hey, I lost 100 pounds. Okay. That's a pretty big deal. And wow, how much you want to bet that I feel way better after doing that? Right? You're going to feel sexier again. You're going to feel happier. Your skin is going to look better and brighter. Your nails and your hair looks better. Oh, wow. I mean, people really start to notice. They really do. And you're going to feel great about that. You're going to be able to come off of your big pharma, those lies that tell you that you're broken now, you're stuck, you've got some kind of a diagnosis, some kind of an illness, and you're just stuck with this for life. I'm not going to cuss, but you know probably what I want to say. It's just a bunch of hooey, okay? You are not stuck. You do not need to stay on big pharma for the rest of your life most of the time. There are things that you can do. Okay. So those statins and the diabetes medications and, I could go on and on about that. Okay. You can fix that. And I'm telling you the truth. You absolutely can fix it now. I am living proof. Thousands of clients around the world are living proof, and not just my clients. Okay. There are lots of precision healthcare doctors and scientists out there who are helping people just like you every single day. And so this absolutely is something that you can do. Okay. Getting your diet and your lifestyle plan perfect for you is where it's at, not what might work for someone else or what might work for someone else. The reason why precision healthcare works is because it's precision. It's because we can go in there with the testing and we can see exactly what your body needs, what your cells are missing, the way your genes are working, how to fix those things, how to remove the toxins, what toxins are there, right? We can see all that. And that's why it works better than anything that we've had in the past. And you really can do this. It's really not that hard. But without this critical foundation in place, without this knowledge, you're just basing your health on a faulty foundation. You're just basing your health on something that some guru told you on the internet. And I know I'm still a person on the internet telling you this, right? But what I'm telling you is I'm telling you the science of precision healthcare. I'm not just telling you need to just go do this or you need to eat these 5 foods. Okay. I'm telling you that you don't know what you need to eat. You don't know until you have your testing done and you can see exactly what your cells say they need. Okay. That is the difference between a lot of these other gurus out there on the internet and someone like me telling you the straight up science. All right. So now I'm going to go even deeper for you, and then we're going to be done. So hang tight because I've got some really good information for you at the end of this video so that you can actually change your life and change your health. So step 3, you've got to learn how to remove those hidden triggers and toxins that are making you sick. So your genetics testing is the start. It is your foundation. It's helping your body to actually remove those hidden triggers, those things that are causing your gut microbiome to be a mess, those things that are causing your immune system to not function properly, those things that actually cause your immune system to allow cancers to happen. Okay. You got to have your genetics testing done and have to be operating at that level. You have to be playing the cards that God gave you in the best possible way to have your happy and healthy health and to live that life that God created you for. And so here's what I want to tell you about foods. And this is why I get so really upset when you see those videos out there that say, eat these 5 foods, right? We don't know if any of those foods are causing a trigger for you, okay? Because foods that seem healthy for others may very well be causing your symptoms. And I know this because it happened to me and it has happened to a lot of our clients as well. And so what happens here, and I'm going to go just a little bit deep. So if you will let me give you some really good geeky scientific information, I'm going to make it easy for you though. Look, these toxins that you've been exposed to for decades, they are on the membranes of your cells. And what that does is it blocks your cell's ability to absorb your nutrition. So even if you are eating and that perfect keto diet or that perfect carnivore diet, and you are getting some results with this because you're lowering your inflammation, you still could be causing more inflammation from some of those foods that you're eating because your particular body is reacting to it. Okay. And that's because of those toxins that are blocking the cells. And it also creates a problem called gut dysbiosis, or, the slang for that is called leaky gut. And it causes your immune system to start overreacting to foods that normally should be healthy. But these things are fixable. Okay. You are not stuck with this for life. But I want to tell you that if you don't know what you're doing with your genetics and with those cards that God gave you to play, you could be causing those toxins to remain on your cellular membranes for decades, and just build up, making you worse and worse and worse as time goes on. And isn't that what we see in America and in westernized nations today, right? And science knows why now. So without your genetic testing, you simply don't have a clue what's going on. And some of these foods and toxins that are causing inflammation and tissue damage for you, they are creating immediate GI issues, just like one would expect. And right now, you are probably making some of these very critical mistakes in your diet that are causing that silent inflammation, that's blocking your ability to heal, that's making it so you need to keep running back to the doctor and getting more and more and more big pharma. By the way, the more of that big pharma you take, the worse you get. The more things build up on your cells as well, because those big pharma drugs are poisons as well. I'm sorry, but that's a big fat truth. And that's why you've got this big long package insert, and why every commercial you see on big pharma says, oh, by the way, you could die of leukemia if you take this thing. Okay. Come on. There is a better way. Are you tracking with me? Are you hearing me here? There really is a better way. And science has got that better way. And yes, it does start with your genetic testing. You don't want to keep making these critical mistakes that are causing that silent inflammation that's blocking your healing just out of ignorance. Okay. Did you know that inflammation from the things that you're eating, or from your lifestyle practices, or from the way that you're exercising, or from the way that you're choosing to sleep, even the way you're thinking about your traumas, or the way you're handling your life, your particular mindset, did you know that all of these things can take up to 4 days for your immune system to finally ramp up and cause a symptom in your body? That means that spinach and strawberry salad that you ate the other day, if your genes say that you have a particular histamine problem, and you decide that you want to eat that spinach and strawberry salad with a whole bunch of avocado on it every day, and these are higher histamine foods, and you decide that you want to eat this every single day, right? About every 3-4 days, you're having some symptoms because of that. Brain fog, your knees hurt, you're tired, right? You're having some symptoms, and you're not even connecting it to the fact that you're eating this really healthy spinach and strawberry and avocado salad, when your genes are saying, maybe you should only have that salad maybe once a week. Maybe you should have an arugula salad instead. Maybe you should have something else instead, because that would be better aligned with the cards that God gave you according to your genetics. I hope that makes sense. Are you hearing me? Are you tracking me? These things are really, really important, and you need to be armed with this information. That's why I'm here talking to you today, because precision nutrition, precision healthcare uncovers these triggers and blockages and allows you to take charge, to take back full control, and to really help your body to heal in a natural way. So you don't need big pharma anymore. And I know that this works because I've lived it. I used to be on 20 different big pharma medications. I am on nothing now, and it's been over 8 years. I was actually disabled for 15 years due to 7 autoimmune diseases. I was a sick puppy, okay? I am no longer that woman. And I've been practicing precision healthcare now and helping thousands of people to learn how to feel much better, just like me, right? And I'm not perfect. Okay, I still have things to work on, and so do you, and we all do, right? But look, I am living the life that God created me to live now, with purpose, with power, with motivation, with excitement. I'm living that life now, instead of sitting in my chair being limited by my health. So I stopped guessing. I started doing the right testing. I started following the latest science. And I had people helping me to design a plan for my body that could actually use the foods and the lifestyle practices to heal. And that started with my genetic foundation, just like it needs to start that way for you. There really is no other way. If you don't have your genetics foundation in place, and you are not living according to your genetics foundation, then you are flying blind and you're allowing yourself to be sick and making very critical mistakes that are going to cause you to suffer now and in the future. And I don't want that for you. And God doesn't want that for you. That's why I'm here talking to you today. I want to tell you, I've seen these same transformations in my clients. These are people that are like type A, high achievers, leaders who were stuck on big pharma, stuck in the medical system, stuck in their fatigue and their pain and their confusion. And now they're living a life like me, right? They are living with energy and with clarity again, because that's what God wants for us. And, it's really not hard. It's really pretty easy compared to living a life of being stuck in health limitations. And it really frustrates me that the medical establishment has not caught up to the speed of the latest science. And a lot of people ask me that. They're like, oh, how come my doctor hasn't told me this? Well, here's why. There are studies that have been done that prove that your doctor is practicing on average 17 years behind the latest science that saves lives. 17 years. Now it pisses me off. It should piss you off. Doctors should be up with the latest science. And big pharma, big ag, big food, and big insurance should not be blocking you and your doctor getting trained in the latest science so that you can take care of your health without having to spend tons of money on surgeries in big pharma or on foods that are killing you. I'm here to give you the truth. You do not have to stay stuck. Your body does have the power to heal. God has given your body the power to heal. And the answers are already available to you right now with the science that we have today. So please don't just blindly follow those internet gurus out there that say that a carnivore diet is perfect for you, or a keto diet is perfect for you, or a plant-based diet is perfect for you, or a vegetarian diet is perfect for you, or you need to do this exact way of exercising every single day, and you need to do this exact thing, right? Don't let any doctor or scientist or internet guru tell you that unless they have your exact testing in front of them and they can see your exact values, your exact data, and then they can put together a plan based on your genetics, based on your particular cellular needs, and based on your toxic overload level. Please don't let anyone just give you generic advice, not based on your data. Hear me say that. It is so very important. And it's the way people are getting their lives back. It's what saved my life. And I know that it can make your life so much better if you just learn this information and then take action. So let's go. If you are ready to learn a step-by-step plan to change your health, to change your life, then I would love for you to come to my 5-day challenge. In this 5-day challenge, we're going to go deep. I'm going to give you so much value, so much information. You can take that information and you can actually change your life in that week. Just click below and you will instantly be added to our wait list. And as soon as we are ready to release the challenge, we will let you know. And then you can come and you can be with us live. And we're going to teach you what you need to know to actually change your health and change your life according to the latest science, according to your data and nobody else's. So go ahead and click the link. And as soon as I announce the date, you're going to be ready to go. And if you don't want to wait for the challenge and you just really want to talk to me or a member of my team right away, all you got to do is call our office. Our number here is 760-460-4349. And then someone from our team will get with you and we will teach you how to do what you need to do to get your health back according to the latest science. So this is your time to take back control of your health, your energy, and your life. You cannot unhear what I told you today because I've just given you not only the scientific truth, I've given you God's truth. And you know that it's time. You know that you've been needing to do something for a long time, or you know that you've been trying this and you've been trying that, and you really have been doing everything that people have told you to do, and it just hasn't worked good enough for you yet, right? that's because you didn't have all the data that we have available to us today. And once we do have that data, and you're working with a really good precision healthcare scientist who knows how to read that data, all right, so remember, this is God's truth. This is his science, and he has given us the information that we need to turn our lives and our health around and live the life that he has created you for. It really is your time to rise up, to take back control over your health, and to live the life of abundance that God created you for. And I will look forward to seeing you in our next challenge or in an appointment soon. Bye-bye.